What up, y'all? So, my divorce, after 13 years, has been finalized. Since the 24th, I am a free man. And on that note, I want to tell you about three crazy exes that I have. Okay? Starting out with number one, the woman that I married. Now, when I say number one, I don't mean she was number one in my life. I mean she's number one as far as the order. Because ain't nothing number one about her. In fact, she's more number two. All three of them really are, but it's my ex-wife. We are now talking about a woman who believed that she was dying. Okay, if she got a cold, if she cut her finger, she was paranoid about that stuff. I posted my divorce papers on Facebook, and she, for some reason, was really upset that her name was on the divorce papers. And I'm like, well, who else's name is supposed to be on there? Scarlett Johansson? Stop. She also made up a lot of things about me. She stalked my girlfriends after her and like tried to be friends with them, and then started talking trash about me to them, and they just looked at her like, okay, she's nuts. Like, when your crazy exes think that your ex-wife is nuts, yeah, that says something. And then yeah, she turned my own kid against me just by her crazy lies and all of that BS. But she's paranoid about everything now, and I am here for it. I love it. She doesn't feel safe about anything, and it's mental torture. Karma does work sometimes. Ex number two, the 550-pound woman that I dated. Yes, I know, my tastes are horrible, but let me tell you about her crazy self. So, while we were dating, I have epilepsy. Well, she noticed I have epilepsy, and she immediately, after my first or second seizure, started having seizures. After that, again, she weighs 540 pounds. We slept in the same bed. After we split up, she told people that the indentation in the bed was left by me. Explain that to me. Oh, she drove to my ex-wife and daughter's house, taking pictures of landmarks that lead to there, including her address, the front door in fact, and posted them on Facebook. Oh yes. Of course, then she went through the rounds telling the girlfriend that I dated next that I was a child molester. Oh, which she also repeated several times on her Facebook until I threatened to sue her ass about it. Then she kind of stopped. Oh, her current boyfriend is crazy now. He tried to stab me once while I was just sitting there doing nothing because, well, he didn't want a relationship with her and I did, so she chose me, and apparently I effed up his life. He wanted to beat me up, and I just looked at him and smiled like, no, I'm not fighting you. I don't beat up the mentally handicapped. Alright, ex number three. The sex fiend. And when I say sex fiend, I mean sex fiend as in before I got with her. Like I got with her before I knew that she had a book like this thick, maybe this thick. Half of it was filled with people she slept with. So, yeah, she was bisexual, which I didn't care about, but she tried to get me into threesomes with women, and when I didn't want to, she cried and threw a fit. Let's see what else. Oh, she got fired from her job for not showing up, and then tried to accuse the boss at her job of sexual harassment. She dressed her 14-year-old daughter up in clothes that were made for an 11-year-old. It was way too tiny for her. Oh, one time I didn't illegally drive through a parking lot, and she screamed at me and started cursing at me. She had a Ouija board and wanted me to play with it, knowing that I'm a Christian. Oh, she also, after we broke up, sent me pictures of a love spell that she tried to cast on me. She went through and befriended my ex-wife and daughter, trying to get information on me. She told me that she wanted to bang my dad, my brother, and a few of my cousins, and said that they would tell me how good she was in bed so that I get back with her. Oh, she also tried to hire someone to have me killed. I have at least 4 police reports on this woman. So, yeah, those are 3 of my crazy exes You know, I would wish them well, but I really think that karma needs to take a big old bite out of them, and it it's hilarious. It's hilarious to me that I, one, survived, and two, got mixed up with them in the first place. I mean, bad me, but also at the same time, dude, I got lucky. So yeah, just figured I'd tell you guys some funny stories. Y'all have a good one. I love you guys. Deuces.